Welcome, my friends. This is Maniacal Incorporated, continuing on with my 100% Irish mob run, building my empire of saints and sinners. So at the end of the last episode, I was told to go and meet Liam and take him to get back his guns. I was actually running to a derelict building that I was going to take over and then go and meet Liam. So I was going to start the episode right outside the derelict building. But two things happened. First of all, Frankie Donovan, running around the street, is after getting himself an upgrade. We have Return Fire, Revenge, and Cold Efficiency. He does end up in positions where he is attacked by melee characters quite a lot. So here, he will automatically perform a counter-attack. And you know what? I like the look of this one. We're going to go with that. And the other thing is, here they come, the entire gang. We have just met Los Romeros. I don't know if they're a real gang. Who knows that? Maybe it's a reference to something. Who knows? Who knows what it could possibly be a reference to? So this shouldn't be too bad of a fight. We have 3 melee characters, but of course Frankie is only learning how to counterpunch, so he's not going to be using that in this combat.
On my way. Need a better position.
You know, I've actually completely forgotten what he learned. He learned gut shot. We will get you. There's no fantastically brilliant place. I think this was the first place I was thinking. Yeah, sure.
Come here to me.
That was a one shot. He has his shotgun. Okay, it's enough to take him out as well. You know, Nora and Cyril should take care of him without any more help. If this guy comes in this direction, he's going to miss our overwatch, so I might have put him in a bad position. Cyril, it's your first day with the Tommy gun. Come on, don't let us down. He's not actually going to take him out. This was a bad idea. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Frankie, I know you're exhausted, but still a 77.
Right away. Come here to me, that bitch.
So he missed on the last one as he was going down. Nora. We're probably just going to have to go either side of him.
Yeah,
never mind.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
We take the loot. We will, of course, take over the building. And we are generating a huge amount of alcohol. The Hills of Connemara is putting out about 17 barrels. And we have nowhere to consume all of that. I was going to build a speakeasy. I forgot about a hotel. Do you know what? If we get this hotel down, then we don't need to build any more. You can only build one per neighborhood. So we will confirm. As always, I go back to my list of names from Discord and I pull out Ihama. I actually don't have a lot of hotel names. Actually, this is my only hotel name. So if you have names for hotels for the other districts that we're going to push into, do either put them below in the comments or go on the Discord, on the Maniacal Inc. Discord, and leave them there. So hotels are kind of strange buildings. Our notoriety has gone up to 153. Oh, wow. It instead creates synergies with other buildings. I don't think we can even go in there, can we? No. So It doesn't have security. We can't go in there. We can click on it, and people are pretending to stay there. And here it actually tells us the synergies we have. We have a straight, which I think means we have one of every type of building. So we need 2 pair. We need 3 of a kind. So I think I already have 2 brothels. So if we set up another speakeasy, then we'll have this 2 pair. And we get these synergies, and they kind of affect our income. So we're not too far away from getting Clyde 2-Ton Malone to join us. Now, off to meet Liam. So Liam, the devil, he's inside in the Monto. This holier than thou saint among saints. Look at him.
I'm on it.
Look at him. You were saying that we weren't writing home to Ma. Well, we'll be writing home about this. Oh, he's shocked. He didn't expect we'd find him in here. What are you doing in here? Why aren't you at the safe house? Curiosity got the better of you then? I wanted to see your establishments. So you own this place? I think that's the outcome regardless of which of those 2 previous options you chose. All my own. Will you have a drink? I don't partake. So these are the ladies of the evening. They work all hours, really. You seem awfully interested. So this is the kind of business you want to be doing now, is it? What does that mean? I heard you have a lead on the guns. Well, so he just drops it. But again, he's just constantly needling us with those disapproving eyes. I heard you have a lead on the guns. How did you get that information? From reliable sources. I don't trust the people you're mixed up with. They don't have a good moral center. Are we going to get the guns or not? Your guns? Well, if you're not too busy with your trade. How would people at home react if I told them what you were at? Don't be telling Ma. So where is this place? Near Southside. Let's go. So he's off. He has his pants on. That's a deal anyway. And, don't you be putting ideas into my brother's head. Don't you be talking to him. You tell him to go home the next time he comes in here. Do you hear me? Now, this isn't great. The weapons are in a completely different neighborhood. This is the one that we were in briefly a while ago. I can't remember why we were here in the last episode. What that means is that pretty much all of the places in our starting neighborhood have been taken. Because we get to take this building after we take it over. So here we are, outside the derelict building. There's Liam. Here are some guards. Let's go talk to them.
Right away.
So I upgraded alcohol quality in the hills of Connemara because it's making so much booze. I'm going to have that making... It's going to start making rack, but then I'm going to push it up into the higher stuff. He seems to... Officer Donovan? Have we met? What's Anton? Oh, Anton. Sure, we raided his speakeasy at the start of episode 1, I think. So let's see if we can persuade him to continue on his way. I won't stand in your way. It's not worth it for me to die over a few guns. You're no fool, Anton. Off you go. So Liam the Fool shot straight in the door.
I'm on it.
In we go after him. Hopefully he hasn't gotten himself in an awkward position. Do you know what? He's not too bad. He's over there.
Idiots.
He's over there by the escape exit. I think if we go up, we say hello to that lad, and get Frankie
Right away.
positioned there.
I'm gonna break your face in.
Maybe it would be a bit too OP. It would be fantastic if when you kill somebody you could take their cover. That's what I would love. Maybe if we swap out the weapons. I don't think so. I don't think so, unless we crit with one of them. Nope, not today.
Wreck this crew. Who's that?
Ah, Liam, you fool! There was nothing over there, Liam. Fool. Oh, we can't get her up to the wall. That's a bit of a pity.
I'm on it.
So we've got him bleeding. And Cyril. Has a wide range of people. So he's killed one, and I'm sure he's done enough damage to kill the second guy. Yeah, he just died. Now Liam gets a turn. If we get Liam over to here, try and get him to meet up with the rest of the gang and do something. So, like, it'd be great to get Frankie in into that position, but yeah, sure, we'll keep him there.
Come here to me.
We're just not able to get Nora down to that column. I think we'll bring her over here. And again, she gets one shot. To put him bleeding, and with 20 HP, that should be him gone in the next turn. What's his other weapon? It's not great.
I will, of course.
It is not great. 56. So we'll try it. Fair play. We'll get Liam into hiding here. Not as good as Cyril. So Frankie, the poor man, is exhausted. We're not going to be able to get him into combat. Or he won't be able to do anything this round. And knife throw. Oh, Liam, you fool. You fool. What can we do? No, wasn't great. We're in a bad old position there. So Liam is actually bleeding. Oh no.
Shit.
You know what? He's not a bad shot. He's not a bad shot. If he dies, how will we explain this to the IRA? Never mind the mother. How will we explain it to the RA? This guy's going next, so if we can take him out.
Sure thing. Come here to me and I'll bet you.
That sounds like the worst offer you could possibly make to anyone.
Yeah! That's what I'm fucking talking about.
So we have an SM-99, which I think is quite close to the weapon that Cyril starts with, if I'm right. And another cotton-padded vest, not too shabby. And 757 quid. We saved Liam. We've gotten back his guns. They are here. No doubt, we're going to see a turn in his attitude. He's a changed man. We put our lives on the line for him. We got his guns for Ireland. I'm sure he'll be delighted. So let's wander over and pick up the guns.
I'm on it.
So we've collected those. They've gone back to our storehouse. And let's talk to
Right
Liam
away.
and see how grateful he is. You think you can fit these into one of your buildings amongst the sundries of your labour? Ah, Liam, come on. I'm sure I'll have space somewhere. The eyes nearly popped out of your head looking at the sundries in the brothel. Oh, boys. Or my labourers found the feckin' things, didn't they? So we said the sundries nearly popped out of his head. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. What is your intent? Do you plan to stay here and keep doing this? I do. And make something of myself, so that if you or the girls were to come over, you'd have an easier time of it. Or why wouldn't I? So it's the same option. There's no real choice here. Not interested in talking about the girls, so we'll completely ignore them, and we'll go with this option. I am. I just don't think, or he's saying, I am, I just don't think we have to leave our beautiful island. It's getting a bit paddywhackery now. We can say ... or have you been hitting the head, Liam? Have you been imbibing? Me? Have I been hitting the head? What about you? Can you imagine how the girl... I see he just brings up the girls anyway. Would react to your businesses? Deirdre? If she was to come over? What about the rest? I'm sure the money would make their lives better. Aoife would probably set up her own crew. So I think these are probably some of his sisters. Some of their sisters they're talking about. You know, these names are just dropped in all of a sudden. It seems as though this bit of dialogue is put in here to, like, finish off any possible sympathy that you have for Liam. Yeah, sure. Our sister Aoife would set up a gang, or set up a crew. The Aoife crew. Oh, boys. Now who's naive? There's more to life than money. What has this place done to you? You think it was this place? That beautiful island has a lot to answer for. So that's Ireland they're talking about. And, I just really don't know where this is going. I really don't know where this is going. We'll go with this one. We'll blame it all on Ireland. Keep the guns safe. This time, until I can sort out sending them home. You will hear from me then. I can't wait. Hooray. Let's take over this building, and we're going to set it up as a speakeasy. We're not going to get the benefit from it because it's in a different neighbourhood. And I shall now go to my list of names. So, considering this place isn't in our starting neighbourhood, and it's actually very remote from where we are and we have nowhere else around it, I think the back arse of nowhere is the most appropriate name to call it. The existence of a back arse insinuates the existence of a front arse. Think about that.
First round's on me.
So our rating with some of the gangs in this area has gone down. We've got Paving the Way, 5 notoriety, $500. Okay. We're definitely going to have to. Come to the back arse of nowhere, and we'll definitely need to upgrade the security, but we don't have the money. And I think this place should be served by the alcohol that we have. Now that we're in a different region, they also, at the moment, prefer premium, which we're not in a position to supply. Here's all our breweries. So here's the Hills of Connemara. It's currently making swill. It's now on rack. Northern Garage and the Donovan Safe House are still on swill. And St. James's Gate is also on rack. So we're making, what, 12 swill? 28 rack. Mother of God. And I think what we'll have to do... what we'll have to do is pick one of them, and I'll upgrade that to... see, it's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey at the moment, so do you know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll go and make some more money.
Don't fuck with me.
Look at this. We've met Ragen's Colts. So we have Dino Benyon, and we have Frank Ragen. Do you know what? We'll request to sit down.
Sure, that'll do.
And that's actually in another neighbourhood, so it gives us an excuse to go there. More Irishmen wanting to meet us in brothels. This is getting a bit strange. We're getting an offer for a business arrangement from the White City Circus. Brothel security goes down, speakeasy raid chance goes down. Sure. So we're making great friends with the people in our own neighbourhood. Here is the back arse of nowhere. And Sal, the creepy devil, he's after following us over there. Let's go and talk to him.
Hey.
Donovan, busy day for you. Every day is busy. Does Frankie Yale still want to buy those weapons? Are too busy for this after all. Thanks. So that would actually just end this conversation. We would leave. So this is our only option. Regardless of whether or not we want to give the weapons to Liam for some reason. Are we selling? We could either refuse on the spot, we could accept on the spot, or we could ask how much. Liam, after we bullied him and his penniless rebels, who historically at this point in time were actually providing loans to the RSFSR, the Russian Soviet Federal Socialist Republic? There's a lot of letters in there. But basically they go on to form the Soviet Union in a couple of years' time. The Irish loan them $20,000 because they have so much money. And the Russians put up as collateral the Russian crown jewels. Or at least what they claim is the Russian crown jewels. So our penniless rebels are offering us $2,000. Let's see how much Frankie's going to give us. What are we thinking? 4, 5,000, 10 maybe? He's offering 50,000. That's a lot of money. Will you take it? And here it is. The first actual meaningful choice in this entire tree. Everything so far has just been a trunk. This is where it actually forks off. We accept his offer, or we refuse. Now, I've already committed to refusing the offer. But you, as a player, if you're playing this, if you've no knowledge or interest in Irish history, what would you do in this position? I don't think the writing has succeeded very much in making Liam or the cause in Ireland sympathetic. Something that you would want to support, even though there's a much greater monetary reward on one side. I'd be fascinated to see Baldur's Gate 3 do this thing where they put up stats kind of like which options are chosen. And I would love to see what the stats are for this. How many people accept and how many people refuse, as we will. Send my regards for the generous offer. And the mission is complete. 10 notoriety, $11,000. I should have probably looked up here because I think it might have told us what type of gun this is up there. And then 10, I think it might be 10 gang loyalty. So we were just awarded, from what I can see, a rare model 1895 rifle. Here is the common one that belongs to Cyril. So this is his starting weapon. If we fire him, I think he will he'll take this with him. So 27, 28, 9, 31, 34, 10 as the base damage, crit damage, and crit chance. So I'm going to give this weapon to Nora. So starting her off, pushing towards a sniper. It's not a full sniper rifle or anything like that. Now we have a chunk of money. We're going to go back to wherever it's gone to, the back arse of nowhere, and we're going to increase the security because we're going to pretty much be leaving this area for a while. I think that's all I'm going to do in this region. And the other thing I did was spent about 8 grand on upgrading a number of other places around the map. We'll see them popping up from time to time. What I'm going to do is I am going to use a taxi to come over here, and we're going to go down, we're going to talk to Frank Ragen, and then we're going to go and meet the Canadian Maple Association. We are not anywhere near finished with our mission with Liam. There is a conclusion, so we're gonna wait around for that to pop up. And on this mission, we're gonna have our final conclusion to the Liam and Frankie mission. And you know what? I think I'm going to enjoy this game a whole lot more
Right away.
I don't have to put up with Liam anymore.
Frankie Donovan, I'm glad you're willing to talk before making a move on one of my places.
I might regret it, but we'll see what happens.
I might regret it, but we'll see what happens.
You got a decent run going for yourself since you got here, Frankie. How could we make that work for both of us?
The only we is the weaseling you're doing to try and get in on it.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Relax. I'm not calling you anything. I'm just saying, the fucking window is less transparent than you are.
Look, I just think you and I could do business together. In fact, I got an offer for you right now.
Go on, so. Tell me what it is.
I know how expensive it can be to keep a Speak stores open. I can show you a few corners to cut. Keep the cost of running the place down.
What's in it for you?
I need to know whatever tricks you got going on at your breweries. You're pumping out more hooch than me. I want to resolve that.
Okay, you got a deal.
Great, Frankie. I knew you'd make the right choice.
Time will tell, Ragen. See you around.
Look at those for buddies, the 2 Franks. If we zoom out a bit, is there any other... Let's see if we can figure out who owns this region.
Stop. Now.
Raina. We will... Do you know what? We'll introduce
Fair enough.
ourselves. We'll go and see where he is. And it's actually right here. How handy.
It's already done.
Oh, he's inviting us to war already. We haven't even gotten in the door. Right, so, war with the Saltus gang. If I join, then you had better sweeten the deal. So what we get to do here is we get to demand some buildings as part of the peace settlement when this war with Saltus ends. What will we go for? They're all in near south side. So these are all around the back... the back arse of nowhere. The Millennium Falcon, sure. It's a casino. I don't have a lot of casinos. I have a speakeasy over there. So let's get another speakeasy. Let's get... We'll say that one. And... lights out, because I... what's this? This is a brewery. We'll get a brothel. A brothel and a speakeasy for our troubles. We will confirm. He says that seems reasonable. Fine, I'll take it. And so we will cancel our sit down because we have work to do. So a gang war has broken out between Rainia's gang, I'm not entirely too sure how to pronounce it, and the Saltus gang, the Saltus McCurling gang. And oh my god, pretty much the entire world has joined in on the side of Rainia. I'm going to click OK. We're going to do a couple of things very quickly. We open up our black book of crew members, potential crew members. And we're going to come over here to Clyde, 2-ton Malone.
Hey, how are you?
Clyde, I am fantastic. And we'd better be nice to Clyde because he is a living, breathing monument of fear. He took naturally to the easier bits of vice, petty theft, schoolyard fights, occasional property destruction. By the age of 14, he was over 6 feet tall and a regular in Dillinger's crew. He was soon arrested for killing a fellow con, but escaped by knocking out the cops who arrested him. He's the son of Scottish and Irish immigrants, both of whom had nasty temperaments after a few drinks. As a result, Clyde vowed that he would never touch alcohol. Clyde is a second-generation Irish immigrant. His aggressive demeanour didn't play well at school, leading him to become a teenage delinquent. He learned early on that everyone relies on those around them. So no man is an island, which gives him various different stuff. I think he is a melee expert. He's an enforcer, so we're going to hire him.
Let's go.
We get to give him a ability. We will give him... That's draw fire or suppressing fire. Suppressing enemy targets. Suppress targets' chances to hit is reduced by 40.
Fuck yes.
He's delighted. Now, as an enforcer, his melee isn't great though. I was thinking enforcers were melee type characters. But his melee isn't bad. Do you know, well, it's better than Cyril's. It's not better than Cyril's, but I think if we give him this... I have a feeling he's going to be doing more punching in the face anyway, because he has an 84 to hit. In general, if anyone gets close to Cyril, Cyril's going to punch him. I don't think I have anything that I can equip him with. He actually can't use anything. So we could give the SM99 to Frankie. That's what we'll do. That is what we will do. And now, we'll go and cause some trouble. So we've headed back to near Southside. The only problem is that Rainia's gang have colours that are very close to Soltis's. I can hardly tell which is which. Now this place is run by Soltis. With so many different groups involved, it's highly likely a lot of these buildings have been marked, and if we start taking them, we're basically just taking them and handing them over to somebody else. I'm going to try and take this speakeasy, this giant speakeasy. So we will attack it. We might actually have to go around the other side of the building. I think we do. There might be a few gangs around this side. There's a guy in Sloincha in Fulton Market to see you. It's Frankie Yale. Tell him I'll be right there.
Who's that?
What?
Here is some of Soltis's gang. I think what the easiest thing to do would be is to, if we can get into him, can we? No, he's blocked off.
I'm on it. Come here to me.
That was our kind of surprise attack.
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
That guy had a bit of armor on him, so we did manage to kill him. We will get Nora in. And if we're lucky, we might just get some fire off with Cyril. And you know what? Maybe we didn't need to move them. Clyde. Was left up to Frankie again.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
If nothing else, we got some money. Let's see if we can actually get into this building, take this, and then go and see what the hell Frankie Yale wants. So there is quite a large contingent in here. We are lucky that we got another person to help, and we still might even be in trouble. We'll fight.
You're finished.
You bastards!
We're going to need to work hard here. I'm trying to see if we get who can Frankie kill that will put him in a good position to do something else. God, some of these guys got really high armor.
I'm on it. I'm gonna batter you.
But not high enough to stand against a come on. Now, I know... What is his other weapon? It's not really telling us. Maybe we can't change.
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
He is probably going to bleed out. So let's see how our overwatches do. Doesn't have enough okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, that was really weird, but
Moving in.
he did do a great job.
Time to bury you. This is gonna hurt.
Right.
On it.
So it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to kill him.
Come here to me.
58 to hit. So we're just about taking one person out per round.
Kill him.
I was just about to say, poor old Clyde is in a bad position. Let's see how strong the armor is. I think I had him move too far.
Wipe him out.
Oh, there's actually dialogue for when you get pulled in. A lot of our people are out of cover. Oh, you wanted to talk to Frankie? Has this person just gotten a ton of healing back?
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
I think they healed themselves and I wasn't watching. Where is the best place to get Norta? At least she's bleeding, so she's dead on the next turn. What can we have him do?
That's swell.
And an Overwatch down here. Two-tone Malone took a bit of damage. Yep,
All right.
we'll heal him up. And
Assholes! I'm gonna step on you!
nicely done, Cyril. Okay, they've all gone healing each other. An interesting one. Frankie. Frankie needs to reload. I think if I... Let's try this. We'll get him to here. And let's see what a gut shot does.
Of course.
Oh, boys. Do we think Frankie can take care of himself? I think so. I think so. I don't know so, but I think so. Or could Cyril help him? And let's see about Overwatch, just in case somebody does something mad. Okay. This is what I tried to set up about 10 minutes ago. A general sweep of the area. Do you know what? Everyone's after healing themselves.
Kill this asshole!
So now that you have him, what are you going to do? Ooh. So because Frankie Donovan has taken damage, Cyril McRae's hair trigger temper has activated. Cyril is furious.
God protect us.
He's screaming at the heavens. He's marked that guy, which gives him a really good chance to hit him. Frankie, cool and calm. You know what? Actually, no. Could I take him out with a punch? There's actually no point because he's bleeding. And if I'm right, he is going to suffer 20 damage before his next turn. So I'm going to get Frankie to reload. Swap weapons. And I don't even know what he has. Bring him down to here. See if we can put on an Overwatch just in case somebody runs out. Nora. We will get her to heal. Frankie.
I'm on it.
Cyril. He's still angry. So here we have Clyde. Get him maybe to here. Get him into cover. And see if we can take her out. That guy has bled out. Fantastic. There you go. Look at this for the elite moves. The elite high skill moves. I think we'll just throw another Overwatch on. And Cyril, we'll get him
I hear you loud and clear.
in here and see if we can get him to shoot around the corner. So Cyril has quite a weak weapon. Frankie missed, I think. I'm wondering, should we heal Clyde or try and shoot? I'll try a shot. Nicely done. Of course, now we're in a really poor position with Frankie. We'll just set off an overwatch just in case she steps out, I would hope.
I'm on it.
There you go. Dr. Quinn doing fantastic work. We have Cyril. He's not going to be able to get in close enough. Oh, if they had a grenade. Look at how dangerous this is. A crit would have killed her. Nicely done, Frankie. Nicely done.
Victory!
Swell.
So we can take the loot. We get 1,200. And we succeeded in taking it over. So, it's a large speakeasy. And because it's a speakeasy, it's free. If we take it over, we can keep it as a speakeasy for free. However, we need to pay to convert it into anything else. We don't have the cash. We will confirm. And I will go back to my list of names. An overly large, flamboyant, garish speakeasy. The floors littered with dead bodies and blood. That reminds me of Peachy Boy. I was streaming Empire of Sin a couple of months ago, and Peachy Boy was in chat, and I said I'd name a speakeasy after him, and I was going with Peachy's Place. And Painting Poorly, who was also in the chat, said Peachy Blinders. And in fairness, that is an absolutely fantastic name. The two of those guys, Peachy Blinders, or not Peachy Blinders, but Peachy Boy, he should change his name to Peachy Blinders. Peachy Boy and Painting Poorly, they stream. Painting Poorly, hopefully, is going to start back into Slay the Spire. He had some problems with Slay the Spire. Don't talk to him about Slay the Spire. But he might start streaming that, or RimWorld. And Peachy Boy, you can find him streaming odd random things on Twitch and on YouTube, so go and check them out. I'll put links in the description, but we're gonna call this place. It's just over the top. It's located not too far from the back arse of nowhere. Peachy Blinders. And everyone is out the door, and the new gang comes in. Now, one of the first things I actually need to do is we need to find Nora.
Yes, love?
And I'd say we're going to be healing people for a
I'm on
while.
it.
He is delighted with himself. He's delighted with that. Cyril isn't too bad. And do you know what? For all the baitings he took, I don't think Clyde is too bad either, is he? We can't heal him, so that's a good thing.
Huh?
Do you know what? We didn't do too bad there.
Right away.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move away from the fighting. I'm actually going to head back to Fulton Market. And I'm going to go and meet Frankie Yale. So here's the taxi that we're going to step out of in a minute. And here we have 3 members of Saltus's gang. They're wandering around. Look at them. They're looking at Ermwinnemwicka. They want revenge. So I can travel to here. We're out of the taxi. And we'll run up in that direction and ambush. They came to the wrong neighborhood. A police officer has also been caught in the ambush. That's not great. Do you know what? It's their own fault. They shouldn't have been poking around where they're not wanted. Unless we crit, we won't take them out. Do you know what? We'll shoot anyway.
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
Assholes!
So he gets another attack.
Sure thing.
Come here to me.
And that guy is actually a demolitions expert. After killing enemies using melee attacks, Frankie Donovan has earned the nickname Knuckles. I wonder who's Sonic. We have our guards to help us. Oh, I didn't see that they're they were a melee character. Sure.
Oh, this isn't good.
Shit!
That's what I'm fucking
Oh, it
talking
takes us
about.
out of combat.
That's the
Good.
bee's knees.
I didn't really want to go up against the guards, so we will take those. And this is a kind of a pop-up we get every once in a while. Your guys put the squeeze on a rival gang member last night, tried working them over for some information. Nora Quinn didn't account on them being such a tough nut to crack, and at your request she went to the dark ages with her methods of torture. Nora isn't used to that kind of gristle, and now she's not dealing well with it. Poor Nora. Poor Nora. She wasn't meant for the likes of this. We'll give her 1,000. So loyalty goes up and crew morale goes up. And if I can... Because I'd swear, did I not see? You see, they're just coming around here causing trouble. If we zoom out a bit, can we see any more? They're down there. That's far away from us. Stay away from St. James's Gate. Just not till they cause trouble, because I've seen them cause trouble before. Do you know what? We're going to go down after them.
Will do. Not a bother.
So we're just going to let that officer pass by. Hello, officer. So they're casing the joint. They could very well start to come in and attack it. Well, these aren't even ours, so I don't really care. We're helping Dean O'Banion.
I'm on it. I'm gonna batter you.
A hurling match out on the streets, out on the pavement.
It's your grave,
This
buddy.
is gonna hurt.
And there you go. Oh boys, that
That's what I'm
didn't...
fucking
Ugh.
talking about.
Victory! That's the bee's knees.
I know he's dead, but that didn't look comfortable. Let's go and talk to Frankie Yale. So we've gotten a pop-up that we have taken over Lights Out. I think it's possible that Saltus has surrendered, so we will take this over. It costs nothing to keep it as a brothel. And we will confirm. And we're going to change its name to Bella Cohen's. A brothel that's mentioned in Joyce's Ulysses. It was a real brothel. Bella Cohen was apparently a real person. And I think I mentioned already that the Monto in Dublin served as the basis of Nighttown in Joyce's Ulysses. So we have taken that. I'd say what happened is somebody else took it over.
Thing.
And then it was handed over to us because we claimed it. So that's fantastic. Somebody else working for us for a change. There is Frankie Yale. He's come over to see us. There's Cyril. Donovan. I'm glad you take the time to meet me. Family is occupying your attention, I hear. I'll ask him if he wants a drink. Booze isn't my problem. Guns are my problem. That's unfortunate. You're a funny guy, Irish. But that's why I'm here. I have need of what you have, one way or the other. I wouldn't have thought you'd be short of a few guns, or surely the mighty Frankie Yale can get machine guns elsewhere. We'll say that. Not quick and not in the numbers you have. I'm dealing with some things. Old friends become new enemies sometimes. So what do we say? It's all the same thing. Why is it my business? Word gets around in this town, including that you're stashing the guns, so I'm taking them right now. My men are already at your brewery. What? So I'm going to say I'd wager on my boys over yours. Boys like your brother, you're feckin' dead Yale. So Frankie tells us, Frankie Yale, Frankie tells Frankie, don't worry, we'll take care of your brother. You can have that drink. I've invited a few friends over here too. What? Begin combat? So out the door with Frankie Yale. Inside in Schlanta, we have 3 people to fight.
All right.
And Frankie Yale has taken the guns and he has kidnapped our brother. Who cares? We hate him.
Right away.
I'm gonna batter you.
Oh, Nora. We have our own guards as well, but there's a guy just standing like right across from Nora looking at her. She's put him bleeding. Nice. And Cyril then is just around the corner from this guy. Would swapping weapons do any better? Not really. So he bled out. The other guy has shot at our guard. And poor old Clyde. He's been having a tough time of it. Look at that fur coat. Boys, oh boys. He must be absolutely roasted. Then we have our security guards. Never mind. So here's a hook attack. We saw some of Soltus's gang using it. So it'll just drag him out of where he is. But we shouldn't need that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Completed mission. Meet with Yale. That was a lovely meeting. We've gotten $152. And we're short a brother. We'll check where we stashed the guns. We need more customers in the area.
Can do.
And we're being invited to another war against the Jenna crime family. Well, the other one has ended. So do you know what? I accept. Let's go to war, and we might be able to. I'll join if you sweeten the deal. What do we want from the Jennas? I think we probably want a second brothel to get the benefits down there. We've taken one. Sure, we'll I have no idea where these are. Are they close to my buildings or what? And that's near south side. Sure, we'll just ask for that. And blue chip seems reasonable. Lovely. If we can only go and get it. And we've been invited to a war by Frank Ragen. Is this a new war? I'll join if you sweeten the deal. I think it's the same war. Right. There's tons of wars. The war has been declared by Reagan's Colts and the North Side mob. So that's Dino Banyan. Oh my god, I can't even click on the screen. There's so many wars. So it's another small combat in... I actually don't know where this is. I don't think it's St. James's Gate. But this is where we stashed the guns. And there's Liam. So Liam is actually here. I didn't realize that this was the final combat. Can we get to this guy? We can.
I'm on it.
So this is it. This is the very end. As far as I know, this is the very end. Well, it's close enough to
break
the end.
your face in.
I thought we'd come here and we'd find that the guns were actually somewhere else.
Take that, you fucking gobshite.
The guns you're looking for are in a different castle. And we might be able to swap out. She doesn't have line of sight in him because there's a big vat in his way.
Bollocks!
I know, Nora, I know. We have some of the Donovan guards. This guy's taking an unmerciful amount of bullets. And again, we can't actually fire at him. Oh no, don't shoot Liam. Due to Liam Donovan taking damage, Cyril is just too emotional. Cyril is just too emotional. Oh, he's screaming into the vats. Where is Clyde? I'd say we won't have much range. I didn't think that thing had that much range. Clyde, it's grand, it's grand. It's getting late in the evening, it's fine. Look at this, is he going to have the final shots? Fantastic, good man Liam.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Victory!
Swell.
And nobody died. Nobody died. That's the most important. Absolutely nobody died. Let's go down to Liam.
I'm on it.
Frankie, I can't believe I'm dying before you. Ah, Liam, don't be so dramatic. I'm dying, Frankie. It's pretty dramatic. It might make my life easier, but it isn't happening. Too true, too true. Frankie, you've run away here to build this Empire of... Oh, it's a reference to the game, because the game is called Empire of Sin. Why? You used to fight for a cause. So this is it. This is the big reveal. We can already see Tom, we can see the GPO. We're going to learn what disillusioned Frankie. We've two options, they're very similar. Tom fought for a cause, and when he was crying and bleeding on the floor of the GPO in Dublin, and I couldn't help him, do you know what he said? Or like our fool brother, and when it was him bleeding on the floor of the GPO in Dublin, do you know what the stupid thing he said? So, this is rather dismissive of Tom. This is kind of, I watched my brother die, I couldn't help him, and do you know what he said? What? I've no idea. The roof caved in on him. But I knew I didn't want to fight for any cause anymore. I wanted to fight for myself. And of course, Liam, head off in the clouds, he died for his ideals. He wasn't thinking about his ideals when the feckin' roof fell in on him. And me, Frankie? What about me? Aren't I dying for what I believe in? Dying's dying, Liam. Make sure the guns get home, Frankie. I promise, I won't make a promise I can't keep. Sure, the silly ape. What's he... Sure, he's not dying, he didn't take enough damage to die. Or we can persuade him to stay here with me. We'll be the Donovan brothers. We'll own this town. I'll tell him I promise. But look, it's fine. He's going to take the guns himself. It doesn't make a difference. You're a good man, Frankie. A true Irishman. Stop that, Liam. I'd hug you if you weren't going to get blood on my clothes. Oh. Liam's dead. One of Frankie Yale's crew decided to be very helpful before he died. Said that Yale is near Southside. So we've gotten a Tommy gun, an actual Tommy gun. I think this might be a gun called the American Wake, which is the culmination of this entire round of bedlam. Oh. Liam is dead. So that was it. That was the dramatic conclusion to Liam's story. We're going to go, at the start of the next episode, we're going to go and pay a visit to Frankie Yale and see how he's doing. I thought I'd get the whole thing wrapped up today, but it's dragging on a small bit. It was those battles with Soltis's gang. We didn't really even have all that many, but we would have finished it if it wasn't for that. So we'll finish it at the start of the next episode. It'll keep me from going off on a major rant, a major tangent. We can kind of see where the devs were trying to go, or where the writers were trying to go. Frankie, he was idealistic, and he watched his brother die for nothing. So he's now come to America to kill people, to become a criminal mastermind, and looking out for number one. That's all well and good. We've learned a bit about Frankie. But this entire story was a drag to get that bit of information out of him. Liam, like I said, is a totally unsympathetic character. If we had gone down the other route and given Yale the guns, it's Liam that would have hired people to come after us. And you could have put 1,000 hit points of damage into Liam and he would still have survived. And you could have offered him to join and become a member of the Donovan brothers, and he would have accepted. So he would have abandoned his ideals. So again, like I've been saying, the writers and the devs, they're trying to say something about the War of Independence. They're trying to say something about the futility of fighting for Ireland, or that it's not worth it. I just don't know. I can see why Frankie has become disillusioned. But Liam is just an arsehole. Liam, nobody's going to miss you. Not even the lads back home. They probably sent you here for this to happen. Let's take a look at the weapons we got. So the first thing we'll take a look at is, here is the 1921 Thompson that is currently equipped to Cyril. 15, 17, 15. And here is a Tommy gun. 11, 12. 12 doesn't seem to be as good. Now this does have a clip size of 50. So with the sweep attack for Cyril, as he currently is, that's emptying the entire clip of 20, and this one is emptying the entire clip of 50. At least that's the way I understand it. So I am going to swap that weapon onto Cyril. Now the other thing we got is this unique weapon. So there are unique weapons for the culmination of all of the mission trees, and this is the one that Frankie gets. It's called the American Wake. Use the American Wake to start your own cause in Chicago, boys. So 35 to 61 damage, 40 crit damage, 12 crit chance. Impressive. Value 9,000. Not too shabby. What is Frankie currently equipped with? What is Frankie currently equipped with? I think it shows us up here. Yeah, they're both rifles. Damage is higher, crit chance is slightly lower. I think it's only appropriate that we give Frankie the American Wake. And I think if we come over to Cyril and we will swap out, we'll give him a go at the start of the next episode with the Tommy gun, and we'll see how it does for him. So maybe the moral of this story is that Liam stayed true to his ideals to the very end. He was unshakable in his devotion to Ireland, his devotion to the dream of Irish independence. And he ended up dead on the floor of an illegal brewery in Chicago. You need to move with the world and what it throws at you. You can't be this iron pillar, judgmental, intolerant. If you're able to move with the world and what it throws at you, you're not going to make it out alive. It'll take us all down in the end, but you'll live a lot longer. Maybe that's the lesson. I think it was a bit poorly executed. I'm glad that Liam is dead, because he's an arsehole. I'm glad that this mission tree is kind of finished. I do like the bit of Frankie Yale coming in and double-crossing you. The problem is that you're never made to feel sympathetic for Liam or what's going on in Ireland. And I really just don't know what incentivizes you to go down the route that I took. You still get the American Wake if you go down the other route. You get more money if you go down the other route. As far as I know, I don't think we're going to get the... We got 11,000. I don't think we're going to get the remaining 39,000 when we go and kill Frankie Yale at the start of the next episode. So Frankie Donovan watched his brother Tom die in the 1916 Rising, crying and screaming, his ideals gone out the window, as British artillery rained down on them. The roof was burning at this stage and on the verge of collapse. Patrick Pearse, no doubt, was preparing the evacuation of the building. And this had a traumatic effect on Frankie Donovan. He abandoned the cause, abandoned his ideals, abandoned Ireland, holds it responsible, not necessarily for Tom's death, but he blames that beautiful island. And now he has watched a second brother die. Will this have such a traumatic impact on him? No, it won't. At the moment he's just looking into this vat. He's probably going to dump the body in there. Clyde is telling him, yeah, no, we could just throw it in there, mash it up real good. We haven't gotten to see much of Clyde in this episode. We're not too far away from getting the notoriety required to hire his girlfriend, so we'll have a big, strong Irish gang soon enough. We're going to take care of Frankie Yale at the start of the next episode. We're at war with the Jenna gang, so hopefully we can take some territory off of them and continue pushing into that other area that I've forgotten the name of. As always, thank you very much for joining me on this episode. If you've enjoyed it, if you have enjoyed my rants about Irish history, and about Liam, and about Frankie, please do give the video a like, and comment, and subscribe. Do all those good things that will summon the YouTube algorithm, that will appease the YouTube algorithm. Or you might just wake up one morning and find Clyde, 2-ton Malone, a living, breathing monument of fear, standing over your bed. Thank you for joining me on this episode, and I'll talk to you again in future.